Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to more coverage here of the Starlight EU. I'm ODPixel, and I'm here with my boy
Vega
Rhyme. The draft is well underway, and Rhyme, how you doing, Rhyme?
Doing completely fine, I believe.
That's good. Oh, and
They
there's your
change
bane.
it up. They ban the task first, they get the same Shadow Fiend first pick. Team Liquid decide to pick up the Dazzle even earlier than before, and they pick up Bane for Vega. So, I think they want to have a hero that's a little bit better at kind of helping Shadow Fiend in the middle lane. They're still going to ban Undying, so they're still worried about that.
I mean, I do love the first pick Dazzle. I mean, it's just so good for Liquid. Kuroki was just insane. I get a lot of it was down to the fact that he did get a lot of space. We saw him pretty much sit top, and as you remember saying that there was a point where he was level 8, the supports of Vega were level 4, but it totally worked out for them, just giving the Dazzle that space, getting him a good timing on the medallion, and then in the fights that kind of ensued after it, Kuroki was just an absolute terror for Vega to deal with, and they just couldn't. They didn't kill him at all by the end of the game. And just the combination with the Ursa as well. I mean, that's the question here. Do you even think about banning out the Ursa, or do you feel a little bit more confident with the control now that you have got that Bane?
I think you'd feel a little bit more confident if you have the Bane, but Shadow Demon was very good hero against the Ursa anyway, so maybe they do feel a bit worried about it. But it was more so that it wasn't really like they were intentionally leaving Dazzle in lane. It was just a very natural progression. As soon as Ursa went for the Roche, Dazzle just kind of filled in that role. So. And then it just felt like they had 4 cores when Vega were running off like 1.5. So yeah, they ban out the Ursa. They don't want that to happen again. The Bear Man is very scary indeed.
Yeah, totally understandable after the last game's performance. And Liquid now with their bans, so they banned out the Solo Lina. I like that one. Vega, they're very good with the hero. Solo always gets really decent timing on the farm. Obviously works very nicely with the Bane as well. And also makes life a little harder for the Dazzle. You know, you've got to be very early with the Graves if you're worried about huge burst damage coming through.
Okay, if we're going into bonus time, they might want to ban Ember or something like that. I could see Vega trying to pick that up for the safe lane. Even though they do have Dazzle, which is kind of good against Ember, I think they might still be interested in getting rid of it. I'm just looking at what Team Liquid are going to want to pick. I think you might end up seeing a Gyro for them this time, because of the way these picks have worked out. Kind of curious. I think this Clop is almost definitely going to be middle again, but Bane might be a bit of a deterrence for that.
Okay. I guess, as you said, at least Liquid have got the option if they want to switch around. They ban out the clock again. They really don't like the clock, and they will pick up the Juggernaut. I mean, that's a hero that we also saw Vega ban out against Liquid, so they don't really want to have a game of the SF where he's got to worry about the Juggernaut. And I mean, Juggernaut, smart pick here from Liquid?
I think so. The Omnislash is very good at making sure Shadow Fiend dies. He's just generally good at in lane. He's quite scary with Blade Fury. It's difficult to pick an offlaner that will feel comfortable laning against him, even 1v1, after Juggernaut has a bit of an advantage. He's very good at taking Roche, he's good at keeping his team healed and pushing towers. You might even see Vega decide to just pick up an AA or something, straight up. It's not the best support duo with Bane, but it might actually just be necessary against the Dazzle and Jug. And then you'll see them, okay, they pick up the Ember, okay. And now you might actually see AA as well, because that's generally quite good with AA and Ember laning together.
Oh, now we'll see what Liquid do in terms of response to the Ember. They've got to go for lockdown, surely. If you're worrying about Ember Spirit, at the moment, what have they got to stop him? Literally nothing, unless Fado, of course, gets a good timing on the Orchid. Ember's going to be all over the shot there with the Remnants. I mean, anyone that comes to mind here that's been forgotten so far in the draft that can deal with an Ember?
Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker's in the game. He could still be useful. There's a whole bunch of offlane heroes that are good at disabling. There's Beastmaster's still left, but he might have a bit of trouble versus Ember. There's quite a few, I think. It's just going to be interesting if Liquid want to pick up a support with that Dazzle to kind of put more pressure on middle. They might even try and run like support Spirit Breaker or something like that, because you can run almost anything you like if you have a decent laner like Jug and a very good defensive support like Dazzle. It kind of leaves your second support position like really open, because your safe lane isn't going to be contested. Okay, they pick up Magnus.
Oh, the Magnus Jug combination. I'm looking at Vegas like that. Surely they're thinking about the Darkseer. Darkseer's not been touched yet this draft. It's going to be great once the Ember gets his Battle Fury online.
It's very greedy though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, trying to get
Okay.
a Dazzle to, well, Darkseid to get a large amount of farm versus Juggernaut Dazzle is it's going to be quite difficult because they can always just like heal out the creep waves if Darkseid tries too hard to push with Iron Shell, and if he has Surge, which will be nice to keep him alive, but as soon as Juggernaut hits 6, that lane becomes terrifying. They pick up Beastmaster instead. Okay, this hero is a bit more happy, not having like the fast mech and mana boots that you need on Darkseid, say.
Yes.
He's fine working with like, if he just gets a Necro 1, he'll be happy. But for now, he'll just be their hero that disables the Jug with the Roar, so they have something to cancel TPs through the Blade Fury and things like that. And if they ever do get a bit of an advantage, they can just go push with Necro Books and a Shadow Fiend mech, which is really what Liquid are kind of afraid of here.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, they ban the Venge, so they don't want people getting swapped out of grips and things like that, so they feel a bit more concerned about that, so...
I mean,
I
other
just want to
ways.
see if Liquid pick up another support or a middle hero.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, do you go for something like the Disruptor this game?
It's good versus Ember, but it's not so good to when there's a Shadow Fiend just sitting in front of your tower, just kind of bopping away. So I think maybe they want to do something that like just lets them initiate fights.
What about
rather than
Shaker?
just...
Remaining.
Shaker could be okay, but he doesn't really do too much in terms of zoning out Beastmaster, and he isn't very good at dealing with the Shadow Fiend. But they do have a Quap, so Fissure with Quap ulti, things like that, that makes Shadow Fiend kind of scared, but he's going to have a hard time getting off the ground in terms of his farm. But they've only got 5 seconds left, so Sven stands ready.
So this is, I mean, how is this being run? What are we seeing from Liquid here with this? What looks to be a 4-core lineup. The way that Kuroki played is like a 5-core lineup here with the carry Dazzle coming over from game 2. I mean, this looks fantastic. But how are they going to lane this? Who's taking a step back? Is Sven taking a step back, or is Jug taking a step back?
I think Juggernaut will almost definitely be farming,
Okay.
and
10 seconds
because
remaining.
he's not really so good as a support anymore. He has quite a lot of trouble getting stuff done because in the time when he was good, he was often picked up with like Skywrath support, so they would actually just run around as 2 with Concussive Shot and Blade Fury, and they would just slow people from 2000 range for 50% and then Blade Fury them down. And both of those heroes have been a bit changed since then. Although Sven carry would be decent in and of itself, but they might just want to keep it as a stun and for the Warcry, so he'll still do his job.
Well, speak here for Vega. Still looking for that second support. Almost certainly what Solo's going to be playing as well.
I'll be interested to see if it might be something like AA, but it will be difficult to get both level 6 on Bane and something like AA. So maybe something a bit more conservative. Could possibly see things like an Earthshaker or something coming out for them. Okay, they pick up AA.
You bang
So.
on. You bang on. AA. Okay, so something to deal with the heal, something to deal with the Dazzle, for sure. A very nice pick. And a pick that sometimes does get forgotten in these drafts. And I wonder how much Liquid will be kicking themselves for the fact that Vega do get it. Because it does look, as you say, it's really good against some of their heroes.
Yeah, but as long as Liquid get the initiation with RP and Sven stun or whatever, the AA is not very good at punishing like Queen of Pain and Sven in the early game for when they want to do dives, because AA is just not going to have his levels, so he needs to be focused on bot lane. So he's going to be making sure this Magnus has a bad day, provided Magnus is off lane, of course. So Liquid taking a long time, so Matumba Man is going to be playing the Jug, so he is going to be hitting the creeps. So Sven support. This will be interesting.
This is it's going to be a very short. I guess it's beefy. The Warcry is going to be nice for the pushes. It's going to be nice to follow up the RP with a nice reliable stun. I mean, the team fight is certainly going to be there. But let's have a look how this one pans out.
It's almost entirely for the Warcry, I think.
Prepare for battle.
And we have it, game 3 between the sides of Vega and Team Liquid. And as we can see, the heroes that everyone's going to be playing, as expected, Mag is going to be on that solo lane Beastmaster, no one on the mid lane SF. The Slayer himself will be on that Bane solo. He's going to be playing the AA Pasha on his Ember Spirit. And Liquid, this time, switching it around a bit. You're going to see Kuroki Sven. Jirax is going to be the man rocking the Dazzle. Fighter on his crop again, Matumba Man farming on the Jug and Mind Control on that solo lane Magnus. And they're actually going to look for an attempt here with this smoke. And
Vega surely have to be a bit more careful here.
they really do.
Might
They
break
come
the
around this
smoke.
tree line.
Oh, Seema. Oh, he couldn't get the sleep off.
He's trying to do his best here. Blade Fury comes through, and this is going to be a first blood. The slows onto him.
Maybe not. He is very quick, and he does have boots first. They have to just give up on this.
Okay. Spoke too soon. Cast a curse. He's fine.
Yeah, he's just going to walk away. So 5-man smoke. Sven's stun dropped. Queen of Pain. They know she Shadow Strike. Well, they're just going to fight him a little bit more, but Ember skill chains level 1, so they might actually just try and kill Jarax. Yeah, they know he has Dazzle. They don't know he doesn't have Grave, so
The battle
nope.
begins.
No fights here.
A little bit scared. They'll take the bottom bounty rune. Top rune will be taken by no one. But I better start for the side of Vega in the sense that they don't lose anyone here. And boot Spain. That's the trick to deal with that kind of action.
Yeah, you just walk away. You let them stun you, you miss the Nightmare, but it doesn't matter. And no one is going to be really happy getting this bounty rune compared to the last game where he was kind of left alone almost, and he got nothing in the first group wave, and it was only in the second and third that he actually managed to get any CS. And he's already getting some with this Bane kind of zoning out the Guap. He's going to be doing really well in this middle lane in comparison to last time.
Cop's going to have a pretty tough time indeed. Top lane as well. Mag against Mind Control. Mind Control, I guess he's got the Empire to help him out with the CS, but I don't know. It can't be a fun lane to go up against this Beastmaster.
Yeah, I would say that Magnus is okay against Beastmaster, but the boars, he doesn't really have a way of getting rid of them until the Shockwave gets a lot higher, and then you're using Shockwave on the boars rather than getting any CS, so... And Beastmaster has a ridiculous 68 base damage. He doesn't have any stat items and he's hitting for 68 at level 2. So, just to even barely keep up, he has to skill Shockwave or Empower level 1 to do anything.
And lane as well, no one just forcing the quad back. 1 for 5, 2 for 4, so still kind of even here. But still being able to take some stuff away from the Shadow Fiend. Bottom lane, Kuroki looking for action there, roaming around with his Stormer Hammer at the ready. And they're going to send Bane down here as well. So ready to see if they can maybe do something off the back of this. Just getting the right clicks in onto Kuroki. It's going to be always very hard to go on anyone this trial. And then, well, Timberman moving in very aggressively onto Pasha. And this could be your first blood. The sleep will come out. Oh, that denied.
That was quite fortunate.
Very nicely played there by the Bane. Because that, yeah, Matumba Man is going to be a bit ticked off with that.
So now if he wants to do that again, he has to use his Mango, so... Pasha's really not happy about how this lane's going though. He's only 1 and 0 compared to the 9 of 4 of the Jug, so... The Chilling Touch popped and Jarax is getting killed. He's just dead to that. There's nothing he can do about that. Kirk is going to pick up the DD and might look to try and gank the Shadow Fiend, but he doesn't have boots, so he's going to need to come in from behind the tower. He's going to see Shadow Fiend maybe raising this camp. Oh, Shadow Fiend's just going to right-click it for a bit. Maybe you'll see Fata trying to blink over, and they might just be able to kill him before he gets to his tower.
We'll see if they can set this
there
up.
We go.
Yeah, straight in. Storm Hammer, and as you said, the DD on Kuroki is going to do work. He's going to be enough. Oh, look at these swipes. Absolutely. He's got a Southern. Well, he'll get a good tick of it through before the Shadow Strike does cancel it. So he should be fine here. Kuroki still hanging around for more. Hasn't got enough, of course, for the second Storm Hammer. They're trying to man fight. Solar turns up. They'll force the blink back here on the quad. And Kuroki now forced to back up as well. So, unfortunately, unable to find a kill there with that action.
Yeah, just Liquid are just, even with that one rotation, they forced 2 supports into the middle lane. It means Pasha's left even more alone. Pasha just buying a Stout Shield after his ring protection just so he can be a little bit more happy getting harassed by this Dazzle. But this Jug has got Over Venom now. He's going to be looking towards getting his Phase Boots. And this, I don't see a way that Ember's going to really get anything in the next even 5 to 10 minutes. Because there's no reason for Liquid to move. They're really happy with this lane setup, provided that Quap doesn't start losing heavily to the Shadow Fiend. And actually, that is happening. She's got 10 denies, but Shadow Fiend's got 11, and she's got 6 CS, but he's got 15. So, Shadow Fiend's getting his bottle now, he can start controlling runes, he can do just fine, but Mind Control gonna have to pop his Mango. He might get the skewer. Oh, no, he's dead. That's a solo kill from Mag onto Mind Control.
This is a great start. I mean, yeah, this is just Mag outplaying the Magnus at this point.
It's a really hard lane for Magnus though. He's got 16 CS. I think he's got bottle and tangos on Korea. He bought those tangos just to survive a little bit more. Okay, Seema's getting gone on. He's gonna get spun by the jug maybe.
This time I don't think the boots are gonna save them. He'll turn around with the brain sap. I should find this. They do. Jerax, of course, getting the kill on the Dazzle. And Solo, yeah, he needs to be careful. They haven't come for the tree wave here, so he's not going to come round. There's a fair few of the side of Liquid hanging around this bottom lane. Pasha got a little bit of space, up to 10 CS, and they actually found the vision here. They got the stun onto Solo.
Minecraft needs to be very careful. Beastmaster's got Roar and he's got Axes.
These body blocks here with that illusion, making work happen. They'll actually nightmare the illusion here. They'll try and move in the cells. Chains onto 2. This is a lot of burn damage here. Kuroki will get Shallow Graved up. Matuma Man with the Blade Fury looking for Pasha kill, and he will find it. At the same time, Kuroki did end up going down to the Bane. Matuma Man finding with the Bane. There's a brain sap in a few seconds, but Matuma Man will salve up and be okay. So it'll be the 1-for-1 trade there, but it's a support Sven for a carry Ember Spirit, and an Ember Spirit that wasn't having too much of a good time anyway.
Yeah, this Ember's getting punished really hard here. He's getting some levels, so maybe you'll see him get some stuff when he gets bottled and is level 6. He might just be able to make things happen, but he's going to have a really hard time of it. Jug now picking up his phase boots now, so he's got phase boots when Ember has just boots. Seema just not happy with that, just brain sapping him to get him off.
Someone needs to be careful.
He's got a mango, he's got spin, and he might actually just go for a kill.
Okay, turns it around and straight on.
Oh, he didn't slight. There was a chance he could have got that off.
Matuma Man.
He wasn't being careful about that brain sap.
And Kuroki can't dive this. Actually, the TP was cancelled there. But yeah, a bit of a mess down the bottom. 1-for-1 trade though, the core for the core. But still, I think, as you were saying earlier, mid lane, how's Fada doing? He's managing to catch up in terms of levels, but CS-wise, still 10 behind that of no one.
Yeah, I think this is about as well as you can expect Quap to do against Shadow Fiend if Shadow Fiend has a good start. Fada's doing a really good job of making sure he isn't getting like forced out of lane with raises or anything like that, so he's still going to remain relevant to be able to use his ulti in these coming fights, so... I'm just worried about mind control. He's actually starting to do okay now that he's got higher levels in Shockwave. And Mag is just picking up a salve and his Staff of Wizardry, so he's going to be heading for that Necro Book rather than anything like Blink, so pretty standard from him. He's just being very annoying with his boar, but loses it in the process.
Bottom lane, no one. Huh?
No one hitting no one with his razors, so unfortunate for that.
Matuma
is getting his levels.
Talking about levels, level 6 is on this jug, and he's seeing if he can find someone with the Omni Slash.
Yeah, they find this stack here, he's pinging it out. He might just run straight into... Yeah, he can. But he might decide he can't, but... Nope.
He certainly can.
Well, that is pretty much the worst thing that could have happened from this jug rotation for Vega.
That was I mean, yeah, solo
kill running in and just killing your middle hero, so...
And that's, yeah, Matuma Man's going to be happy with that bit of action. And
now they're going to realise, what was Shadow Fiend doing here? He was farming the medium camp to go take his stacks afterwards. And then he finds Solo alone in the woods.
Is this worth bursting an ult for?
Yeah, I'd say this would be worth using an ult for, but... They're just bottling up the jug, so he has spin. Seema has found Jerax. He's only level 5, so no grip.
Oh! Dazzle's gone. Okay, they're not going to be able to do anything about this. In fact, they just got the kill on Solo. Solo was walking past, but they might not even find that. Getting more drop down by Matuma Man, trying to keep Fada alive. There's a Roar, though. Mag's coming with the rotation. They'll pick up the Quap. And I can't help but feel that was just... I don't know, Liquid just kind of hung around that camp, deciding what to do, and then didn't actually do anything.
I think that was a kind of miscommunication there. I think Fata really wanted Matuma Man to go and spin it or something like that. That's why he was bottling him. But they just really had no chance of doing that, given that Mag and Ember could just show up. And Ember didn't get a kill there, but he did get the XP and some of the AoE gold, so he's doing a bit better now. He's buying a bottle on Courier, but he's going to have to wait for no one to pick up his treads. No one's going to finish off the stack now, so he's doing pretty okay in terms of farm. Much better than he was doing in the game before. And Jerax is just sitting on the middle hill with a ward, so I don't know where he wants to go and place that. He probably wants just to have vision somewhere where the Shadow Fiend might go.
Online Kuroki in with the stun. Pasha. Ooh! Didn't even have a Remnant out. Didn't have the mana nonetheless. But that's how you kill an Ember Spirit.
It kind of feels like Mag and Shadowfiend are getting space literally at the expense of this Ember. Every single time they go and farm creep waves, okay, there's a grip top. Mind control is under attack.
He gets the skewer off here, but Mag with the final chop.
He keeps getting the skewer off, but Mag is more than happy to be brought with him. So.
It really is,
Now,
with 1k
Mag,
HP.
as soon as he gets the Necro book, picks up the smoke, so he's probably going to try and get involved in a fight or something like this, or maybe just push a tower and then hope that Liquid TP in one by one.
It looks like tower training is going to be on the menu here, tier 1 for bottom. And they'll look for the tier 1 top and mid as well. You know, no one's putting the pressure there, so this could be a favourable trade if they get away with it. We'll see if the side of Liquid can get themselves back over in time.
Okay, Pasha's working out if he can actually safely farm the bot lane. He sees them warding, so they know that there's a ward in there in jungle.
Mass TP's on top. I won't be able to catch anyone though. Vega back themselves off. They're actually going to send no one up here as well. Maybe looking for some kind of a fight here. They will be fighting into RP and Omni Slash, so they do need to be a little bit careful here, Vega, how they decide to take this one.
Yeah, they're feeling a little bit apprehensive about this. Liquid are moving around to the side. They realise that if they just send Quap middle to hit the tower, that Vega's time up here is limited.
They're still trying to go.
Roar out. Oh, he's got just run. He's a bit faster with his phase boots, but no, he turns around for a split second.
Yeah, this might not be the fight here. They've got to. Yeah, they don't want to do this. They do not want to do this.
He just wanted
Vega.
to get roared there. He realised that there was no way he died if he got roared right there because Vega just couldn't follow up, so he just lets himself get roared, and then that's on cooldown now. So Vega's just going to try and defend the middle.
They'll look to fight here. They have the sleep set up onto Fada, but they're feeling ready to follow it through.
Almost had a grip off, but Blink was up just beforehand. No one farming this bot lane for Vega. This is going to complete waste. I would really like to see someone move down here.
Actually fortify for this as well, because mid lane, Matuma Man's he's got the Omni Slash. They've got to be very careful how close they come. SF's just backed up to clear up one of the camps.
Yeah, there's something going on top here. I'm not exactly sure what Vega are expecting. Just trying to TP out. This one's just got stunned. Max dead. Solo's just on the run from Jug. Jug's got phase boots, and he should be able to catch him.
Yeah, Jarex is there as well. If Jarex can get himself in. How's going to poison touch for Far's there? Solo, he may try and deny himself the creep snap. He realises he's a goner, and he certainly is. And that will go towards Fada. Never kill him for the quad. They'll take down the AA. And 7 for 7 at the moment. This game seems to be a bit of a mess, but it looks like slightly favouring Liquid at the point, the way that this is going.
I would say that if it was the Ember Spirit the one doing well instead of Mag, then I would say Vega are kind of happy, but Mag's finding it really hard to get anything done because Liquid are just letting him roar them, and they're just fine with the consequences of that. So he might need to get high levels in Necro or something like that just so he can force towers more, because Liquid are just happy with the state of affairs. Jarex is now going to be given middle lane to get his level 6, and Fada is going to just be farming the bot lane, and with that Ember's going to see the Quap, and he's going to realise that farming bot is extremely dangerous for him.
Sonic Wave up and ready. They're going to send some more down here, Vega. You notice the fact that they didn't get the Fiend's Rook off before. They've got it ready now. If they can get the catch onto Quap, you could go for it. But Fada's playing it safe. Does not want to be caught out here on this lane.
He's just kind of pushing out one creep wave and done. He's going for the Eels again, so it's pretty good against the... It's just a general safe item for Quap. And it, rather than going Ags first, which you usually want to get an Ags on Quap in a game like this because they're going to go BKB on Shadowfiend and things like that, you go Yules beforehand, so it kind of streamlines your build in a way.
Pasha, he's still got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, that's the issue here really for Vega. It's Ember Spirit, 4 flow on net worth 2.5k.
Yeah, he's just trying to get what he can on bot lane. He realises that he can't be ganked right now, so he's just going to try and push this tower a bit. Maybe see if he can force someone to be here and then jump back to his remnant, but Liquid just don't really care about that. More than happy just to farm up their Blink Dagger on Magnus, because he's not doing so well, and then run at the Bane. They found him.
Yep, they knew he was there. The pings came out. That'll be a nice blast coming in, and it's going to catch on to the Quap. She should be fine here. She won't tick down too low. And they don't actually lose anyone there, Vega. So Vega are able to keep each other alive.
Yeah, Liquid's splitting up very quickly from that AA ulti. I thought they would get hit, but no, they managed to get out of the trees in time.
No one worth noting. He's on top of the net Mackies now. level 11. So he has got that big Requiem to blow in these team fights. But this time he's got to be a little bit more careful about it. There's, well, I guess the Stormhammer is going to be the big issue, the thing that
He's
may
going
be
to pick up
saved.
DD, so he's quite happy with this. Jarax is just trying to force out this Ember from bot lane, but he's not having that much success with it.
Yeah, I mean, the Ember might not have farm, but he certainly still has the levels, level 8 at the moment. So can hold back that Dazzler if Jarax tries to go for something funky. Mag halfway towards his level 11. Mind Control, 1200 gold towards the Blink Dagger. And he's also got the Quap around if Mag tried to go for anything. Bottom lane, Bane and Solo moving forward with the Ember Spirit. So we'll see if anyone comes out here and they can get a jump onto someone like Jarax. Because they might be able to find a kill here. And yeah. Alright. That's the way to do it. Just giving the old Fiend's Grip and easy kill for Vega.
Yeah, in the meantime though, they're giving Liquid time to farm 2 lanes. No one's farming Liquid's jungle currently, but that might change soon. I think Jug might be saving for Battle Fury, but I'm not so sure, because he's just sitting on 3k. They're just going to siege this tower with DD. They see the mech on Shadow Fiend, so they'll be reluctant to try and defend it, so they're just going to try and trade top.
Ice Blast is flying through onto the top, mate. Look at the roar off, but Mind Control, is he actually in this? No, he's just outside of it. Doesn't matter though, with a Necro Book, jeez. Melts through the Magnus. They'll get the deny as well. And the rest of Liquid, they've got to be careful how they jump into this one. Fada, he's got the Sonic Wave up in 15 seconds, but they're going to look for him. They're going to find him. No, he blinks out. Blinks straight
He's
out.
just going to cut the creep wave here. But this won't do much to save the tier 1, but it might prevent a push onto the tier 2.
And Timberman's level 11 on
Timberman's
these
running
slash.
around. They see him with the Hawk, so it would be very dangerous.
Oh. He's actually going to get slapped here.
Could they get... No, they won't be able to get a Requiem off.
And here comes the wraparound. Kuroki and Fada, they're not going to jump for it. They're actually trying to get themselves out. Ice Blast is on point. But nothing else to continue against Kuroki with. So Kuroki's going to be fine, gets himself away. But the team's really just trying to react to each other as best as they can at this point. What we're seeing coming out onto your Shadow Fiend, it's going to be Yasha now done for no one. So SF, I mean, this has got to be the scary thing for Liquid. The fact that SF is top of the net worth and he's had a pretty good start. And sometimes that's all you need as a Shadow Fiend to be able to get to the point where you become a huge issue for the opponent.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well in terms of farm, but the thing is, I'm not really sure that Shadow Fiend, they can feel comfortable just having a super farm Shadow Fiend against Omni Slash and Sven with his Warcry, because he's going to have a lot of trouble putting out enough damage to make them scared to go on him. So he's going to have to keep playing off of these roars from the Beastmaster, and also people getting caught out from the Ember. Ember opting not to go for the Boots of Travel, his farm is pretty bad, so he's going to try and go for maybe Treads into Drum or something like that. Or maybe just a casual Brace just to keep him alive. Okay. Liquid are trying to play more around their own Ancients. They're going Battle Fury on Jog now, so he's going to have it after this Ancient stack.
Jarax here just going for a quick D-Ward, but again, the Fiend's Grip, so much hate for this Dazzle. Every time they see him, Jarax getting Fiend's Grip, they'll try and fight off the back of this. Sleep, pop down onto Timberman, the Ice Blast onto 2, and they'll look for the Requiem, and it's huge. Blows up the jug before he gets off the Omni Slash. Kuroki's got the debuff on him as well. They'll try and skew Mag away, but Kuroki's going to go down. Triple kill for no one. Now moving forward on the Ember, they get a 4th kill. Vega fighting beautifully off the back of that Ice Blast, and the fact that they blew up the jug straight away meant that Liquid just couldn't fight them.
Yeah, it's just now they're going to get Roche for free with this Beastmaster Aura and the Necro Book and Shadow Fiend's minus armor. This Roche is going to die very quickly. Now they have even more Shadow Fiend problems when... Shadow Fiend was a problem before, but now he's just...
Yeah. You give him a triple kill, and you give him Roshan, and you give him Aegis. I mean, it's not great. Not great if you're playing.
Yeah, they're taking these team fights. They have a Magnus, but this Magnus doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He has level 1 Skewer, so he's just a walking Empower caster. That's all he can do. So I think they really need to wait for this Magnus Blink Dagger before they can actually do anything. Because, like, their only way of controlling the Shadow Fiend was, like, running at him with a Queen of Pain with Yules, and then they didn't use... They, like, couldn't keep his Requiem up from going off when the Jug was running up to him. So I think what they had to do was wait with the Yules until Jug was about to run up to the Shadow Fiend, and then as soon as he comes out of Yules, then use the Omni Slash on him, because otherwise the Jug didn't have spin, so he had to run up to the Shadow Fiend and hope that he got the Omni off before the Shadow Fiend press ulti, and that didn't happen. He just got blown up before I even reached him. Yeah, Ember's going to pick up the drums now, so he's going to be kind of running the Poverty Ember build, so he just wants to make sure he gets his spells off, and then that's about it. He's not going to be the prime damage dealer in this team.
And Kuroki, he's nearly got the mech. He's still trying to find that gold for the recipe on this Sven. And Vega will look for the tier 1. Let's see if they've got an answer here. 200 gold away from that Blink Dagger for the Magnus. And as you said in that last fight, they really need it. They need something that they can allow them to get the jump in. And that's going to be the tower gone.
They're just going to go for the tier 2 with this Necro 3. Like, Jug's picking up his Battle Fury, but this isn't going to help him fight. He just needs to be able to push bot wave, so he's going to try and split push a bit, but they pick up the Blink Dagger now on Magnus, so maybe if they get good RP they have a chance to defend. They're not going to pop the Necro just yet. I don't think they even need to for this tower. Good decision making from Mag to realise that they could save that, maybe for a tier 3 push.
Manta now done on no one. This is, yeah, we saw in the graph here, the swing was real. It's still only, it's only like 1k lead for them though. But it just really feels that the momentum's huge. The fact that a lot of this net worth's on the Shadow Fiend as well is a huge problem here for the side of Liquid.
Yeah, I think that all this net worth being on the Jug and the Quap means that neither of them are able to really kill the Shadow Fiend in these fights. As you saw, Jug tried to, but he kind of got blown up. And Quap really blinked on him and then realised, I can't fight this guy, and then he had to use him immediately and then run away. So Quap's going to now go for something, with maybe Ags or BKB, probably Ags I'd still say, but maybe BKB to actually blink into Necrobooks and not actually die immediately. Okay, they're going to TP the Ember down here. He immediately jumps back to his Remnant because he forgot to place a Remnant before he jumped. So he isn't able to push the bot creep wave. So this might limit the time that they're able to spend on top lane.
I guess the saving grace really for the side of Liquid is the fact that they've got the wombo combo. If they hit an RP on some of these key heroes and get the Omni Slash off for the Empower on Matuma Man and Kuroki, they can still melt through the side of Vega, but they just need that perfect team fight, which so far they've just had a lot of trouble trying to find.
Yeah, this Beastmaster is going to try and interfere with this. He might try and find the Magnus out with a Hawk or something like that, or they just have only one hero really hitting the tower, so an RP isn't really what you're going to need to initiate. You're going to have to rely on that as a counter initiation. So I don't know who you're going to want to send in first, but maybe Sven? He just has to run in and go for a stun, but
Pasha, he's going to slide this, there's the Roar, there's your RP onto Mag, they'll get the Fiend Script onto Matuma Man, Skewer will cancel it here, and they're starting the fight off. The Omni Slash does come out, bouncing around with the Sonic Wave as well, but they've lost the Quap. They're going to lose Mind Control as well. No, he's got the Shallow Grave. Mind Control's going to be kept alive. Matuma Man getting kited and getting taken down. Double kill for Mag here, they're moving in for more, they get the right click for no one, it's the third kill for Vega. And that time, the RP, it wasn't ideal, they got it onto one. They did manage to cancel the grip from Bane, but still, they lose so much Liquid. And they're unable to find anything again. Mag, just with these double kills, with these roars, playing every fight absolutely beautifully. And this could be potentially a set of racks here if Liquid don't have anything to stop. But they don't have a fortification.
they don't have any buybacks. They might actually just... yeah, they're going to take the set of racks quite easily. Okay, so Mag... he blinked in, got an RP on a Beastmaster who'd already used his Roar, and then cancelled the Fiend's Grip. And then as soon as they cancelled the Fiend's Grip, the Juggernaut went in to fight the Shadow Fiend, and then realised that he couldn't fight the Shadow Fiend and just died. So, all in all, he didn't the effect of the Magnus was minimal. So, he's not really... it's really hard to play Magnus in a game like this where your team is almost entirely focused around getting a good RP. Because if the enemy are conscious of it, as they were, like they were completely spread around the jungle. So, there was at no point could he RP 2 heroes, so we just had to settle for RPing 1, and it was the Beastmaster. Maybe if he'd got an RP off on the Shadow Fiend, it would have been better, but then he wouldn't have been able to get the Skewer off onto the Bane. So, he's left with really, really hard decisions to make in these fights.
Nope. Straight up TPF from Jax, yeah. He's not wanting to play with Pasha. Not giving that one a chance at all. I mean, we see on the graph, the swing's starting to be... we're now at a 10k lead for the side of Vega. And it's... yeah, this Shadow Fiend... we talk about it in the draft, I mean, we're talking about a lot of drafts. Radiant Shadow Fiend proving that this game, as strong as ever. If obviously in the first game they tried it, Liquid did have an answer. But the draft this time it just hasn't really got off the floor here for Liquid, it seems like. And they're just having trouble at this point trying to fight into Vega regarding how many items some of the cores on Vega have.
Yeah, like, we're talking about the AA quite a lot in the draft and how it might be useful, but it's actually like he's just kind of an accessory. He's not even been needed for these kills sometimes. It's nice to have the Ice Blast, but he hasn't really been a crucial factor. It's more been the fact that Shadow Fiend and the Beastmaster have done really, really well this game. And I'd have to say the most important thing this game was the fact that this Magnus couldn't do anything in the early game. His blink was extremely late because he got solo killed in lane, and then his tower got pushed, and then they really found it extremely difficult to fight. And they took several fights without the blink dagger, and that delayed it even more because he was dying in these fights. So they're just going to be happy just sitting sieging the tier 2, and then the tier 3 afterwards with the Necrobug.
Yeah, Mark Control's had such a tough game. 5 deaths, 1 assist, he's second lowest on the net worth. It's not been great for Magnus.
Like, it's all well and good just having, like, mana boots and mech on Sven, but he can't do anything. Like, the Warcry just isn't doing enough. The mech isn't being effective, and he's often on the complete other side of the fight from his Jug, when Jug is fighting the Shadow Fiend, so... yeah. Okay, they're wrapping around though. They might be able to get a pick off on the AA, which would be quite important.
This could be the fight. If they can get this RP onto the 3, then the fairly great shot. There it is, onto 2 with the Sonic Wave as well. Oh, double kill from the Timberman. This is the way they need to start the fight, but no one still gets off the Requiem. He's trying to fight this here against the 3 of them, punching away at the Timberman, but he's got a lot of armor. No one can't really do anything. In fact, he needs to maybe get himself out. They've already lost 3 here on the side of Vega. This could be the comeback fight that Liquid needed. They're moving on to no one. Jarrett's getting low, but he's got the Shallow Grave. They'll do the damage here. They'll be bashing away, slicing him down. They'll get the kill. The Death Requiem not enough to quite bring anyone down on Liquid, and Solo all on his own. They found him as well. He's in a lot of trouble. The 3 of them close in. It's going to be a team wipe. Matumba Man with the second double kill there in that fight. Beautiful RP, and we saw exactly that combo that we talked about. Just getting 1 RP, the empower damage with the Omni Slash and the Battle Fury, just ripping through the heroes of Vega, and then suddenly things starting to look a little bit better for the side of Liquid. In fact, a lot better after a fight like that.
Yeah, for just a period of 20 seconds, Vega just were a little bit relaxed about where the positioning of Liquid was, and then they get hit by a smoke gang, 2 people get RP'd, they lose 2 vitally important heroes, and then it's just left with Jug fighting the Shadow Fiend, but this time, he's got a Sven next to him, and there's no way ALT. So, the Jug just wins that mad fight. He didn't even need Omni Slash or anything like that, because he's just happy fighting with his, like, plus maybe 30 armor from the mech and the Warcry. Shadow Fiend just can't kill the Jug in that situation. And if you get team fights like that, you can almost kill the Shadow Fiend every time. So, Pash is going to be going for his Battle Fury. He's maybe 1,000 gold off it. And he's going to have access to the enemy jungle, so he's going to be pretty good in terms of farm for the next few minutes. I'm just looking at Vega. They're just managing to get this bot lane push. Shadow Fiend going for a Satanic. Not necessarily the best for man fighting the Jug, but he's just going to be staying alive, so they just don't want him to get picked off at the beginning of the fight and then not having much to go on, because he is the hero that they have to team fight around. Like, without the Shadow Fiend, all this Ember, this Beastmaster, they can't actually do anything, because they kind of have to interfere with an ongoing fight, which needs to be with the Shadow Fiend hitting the tower, then the enemy goes on the Shadow Fiend, and then Beastmaster goes and roars someone, or Ember goes in and drops his spells on someone. But they can't really just, like, expect to go in with a roar on one person and then, like, they might just get force stuffed out or graved or something like that. They have to go into an already beginning fight. Fate is just being annoying. He's about to get his level 16. He's got his Aghanim, so he's quite good at pushing out these creep waves, and they really don't want to let Vega get more than 2 creep waves on 2 lanes kind of pushing into the base at the same time, because then they're going to have problems defending it, because then they could deal with, like, split pushing Necrobook or something like that, or Ember could go with his Remnant. So yeah.
I mean, no one at this point with the Satanic, and I guess next after the Satanic you look to go back for the damage item really on this Shadow Fiend, or are we going to see the Skadi still come out, still looking to tank?
I think after the Satanic you might want to see maybe... I'd like to see... It depends if there's going to be a solo crest coming up anytime soon. Okay, it doesn't seem like there is, so maybe just a Butterfly or something like that on the Shadow Fiend would be good. Pasha, he's almost got his Battle Fury, he's getting very close. Mid lane's getting pushed out by the Shadow Fiend illusions, and I think Liquid are grouping up to get ready to smoke, but... Shadow Fiend illusions are going to make it difficult for them to do that. They ping back the tower, so they're going to go back to the tower and maybe get ready.
Yeah, they've got to prepare themselves for the defense. They've got all the ults up again, so they could look to try and get that combo that pretty much held them in the game last time. But I'm sure Vega will be a little bit more careful about how they approach this. It's certainly going to be harder to burst down some of these big ones. The Aegis and Satanic ready to go on no one.
Yeah, they need to be quite vigilant to make sure that their AA and Beastmaster don't get initiated on, because if that happens, they have a really hard time taking a fight.
Let's just skew onto no one. Separating him away from the rest of the team. Ice Blast flies through. Actually committing the stun there from KuroKy. Not wanting to go on him as of yet. Waiting to see who the best target is, but they're losing the racks here, and that's going to be the racks gone. Ember gets himself out no one. It's a Requiem just to keep them at bay. I guess making sure no blinking is there from the Magnus. But it's right on the tip. Searing Chains holds back Matumba Man. He'll Blade Fury them off. But that's going to be that. And Vega are going to be totally fine with that. They take the set of racks and they don't even need to lose the Aegis for it.
Yeah, they're just going to wait for their next Necropick and push the next racks, I think. And they pick up a Solar Crest on AA, and there's no sign of an MKB or anything like that on Liquid, so this Shadow Fiend is going to be proving incredibly difficult to kill. There's a DD top rune, so maybe they're going to pick this up on the Beastmaster or give it to the Ember. Yeah, he's going to bottle that up on the Ember. So they just skewered in the SF, and he just walked away. After the skewer, they didn't have any... There wasn't a Sven stun available. They didn't feel confident going
I think that was the thing. I swear the stun was available, but he didn't use it.
Yeah, I think they just didn't want to commit onto the Shadow Fiend at that point.
Oh, they're committing onto this guy. Oh, nice chains. It's just saved there by Pasha. Holding them back.
Yeah, I think if he popped Manta immediately, he could have got that kill, but... I'm just looking, they're just going to be content pushing the lane again. Mag's going to boot to travel into his Hawk, and he's just going to be sitting in these trees, so he's got a Roar ready, and he's going to be at the back lines, so... He might pick off this Dazzle, say, at the beginning of the battle. He's got his Necro 3 ready, he's got his Roar. Yep, there we go.
You bang on. Straight onto Jerax, there's your Ice Blast as well. They get the skewer in, Jerax still get off the Shallow Grave. Mind Control finding the RP, but it's only onto no one. Brain Sap as well, bring Mind Control, and one more right click should put him beyond the DO buff, and he does. He pops the Ice Blast. The Slight there, bringing Dazzle down as well. KuroKy's in trouble. KuroKy trying to get himself out to the high ground. Mag beginning to chase here. They've lost the Bane, but I don't think they'll mind here, as it's a double kill from Matumba Man. They're trying to turn Liquid, but they'll lose KuroKy here. Gems now hitting in the deck. The fight's still continuing. Matumba Man moving on to Pasha. Remnants himself down. Sonic Wave bringing Pasha low, but Pasha's fine. He's going to be kept alive there as the mech was popped by no one. Matumba Man will blink away along with the Quap. So a 3 for 2, but it is purely the 2 supports going down on Vega. And it was 2 supports and a core. They'll actually buy back now on KuroKy's fair. They realise they've got to get themselves back in the game. No one still holds the Aegis. He's still got that Satanic, didn't need to pop it. And now with the Manta, the push continues. They do have a 4 and they'll use it. 4 comes out. Matumba Man blinking in on this one with the Manta style as well, trying to fight. They'll look for the Requiem. He's trying to get it off. No, he's lost the mana. He's going to go out and he's going to go down. That's going to be the Aegis gone here.
I think he might just be dead twice.
And looks to be the Storm out of the Slight Fist. The Sonic Wave, though, brings him down dead for 70 seconds.
Extremely overconfident trying to fight without his A ready and his Bane.
Ice Blast isn't going to catch anyone. Ice Blast actually gets whiffed there. Mind Control's got a skewer onto Pasha. There is a Remnant.
Pasha doesn't have mana to jump to his run. He just popped Flame Guard, so he can't jump to that.
Riders chasing. Flame Guard still protecting Pasha with these right clicks. Oh, the Roar. The Roar. He turns around for the Slight. The right clicks with the ball. Can they kill Fada? No. Fada gets the blink off. Mag.
If he doesn't pop Necro, he can't kill him during the Roar.
And here's your Necro out now. And there's going to be a Shallow Grave. Fada's going to be fine. Blinks away. Liquid looking to escape.
He's going to pay for his sins, though.
Mag with the army takes him down. Ice Blast isn't going to hit onto anyone, but the rest of Liquid are running back. The Necro army, Mag just single-handedly forcing Liquid back into their own base. Solo and the Slayer have turned back up.
Now, what was really good about that fight before they pushed the high ground was that, well, for Liquid anyways, they took the fight outside of base, so there was no direct consequence of them like losing racks, say, after losing maybe 2 heroes, as there was on the bot fight. Because they took the fight inside their own base, and as soon as one hero died, they lost racks immediately. Okay, Seema's just gonna be dead.
Quick on the slash from Matumba. Makes work that, but
he's gonna catch Solo as well. He has Diffusal Blade. I don't know if he wants to chase this though. He does want to chase this.
He wants the kill.
Oh,
is he gonna pay?
Cancelled.
And he's paying for that one. There's an Ice Blast, but he's gone. He does have buyback though, but maybe not worth there from the Juggernaut. I guess he got two kills for giving away your life, but it's quite a crucial point.
Yeah, but that could have been 1 kill and not giving away your life. So I'm really chasing that AA was a bit, I don't know. It was very, very close on the TP though. So maybe if he TP'd out like right before he killed the AA and then killed the AA with the rest of the spin then, he might have been able to get out there. There's a Shiva's on Quap, so this is quite important. This will mean the Shadow Fiend has even more trouble, like lifestealing from a Satanic or bursting the jug, so... Is there a buyback on this drug? There is.
That's just on his
no
way.
Omnislash.
Just catching out Pasha. Remnant's back. Ice
Vega are
Blast
probably
is
going to
on
wait
his way.
out this weave before they try again. They used Necrobook as well, so... They might want to go for the next Roche. There's a DD rune on bot, so... This would be good for almost anyone of Vega's cores.
Yeah, they'll probably give it here to this SF who's now working his way towards that butterfly. But it's certainly looking like, I mean, at this point, it's going to be hard for Liquid to come back in. They really need to hope that Vega take a bad fight and that Liquid can again find a huge RP. Because one racks left, it's not great for them.
Yeah, almost the only way that they can actually come back in this game, I think, is if they wipe them when they push the base, wipe them when they push the base again, take Roche, wipe them with the Aegis, and then go look to take all the tier 2s, and then maybe a Rax. But I think the chances of like them even being able to leave the base with a Beastmaster with Boots of Travel and a Necrobook in the game are very low. They're going to have to look just to play every single defensive team fight perfectly. Magnus realizing he's not actually able to do that much by himself, so he just picks up a Vlad's for his jug. He is just an accessory to this Juggernaut.
He's pretty much, yeah, just in charge of buffing him up and doing what he can to provide the team with something with the limited amount of income that Mind Control has at this point. And Fine actually went on to Mag. He'll turn around, bro. We'll TP out. No one's going to lose their life here. And Pasha.
Oh, Pasha. He might be okay here. I think Karoki's
got
going
another
to
remnant.
barely not get this done.
Yeah, Pasha pops the drum, says, I'm out. He's done. He's out of there. No one with the DD. Doesn't look like they'll be able to fight with it. Still got half the duration left, but not going for anything at this point. And what's the net worth difference looking like? Still around this 10k mark that's leveling off. So Liquid, they just have to play so smartly now, and as you said, they've got a few kind of win conditions that they're going to need to tick before they're able to turn this around.
Yeah, Fada's reduced to using his ulti on the top creep wave, so he's not getting that much farm for it because he gets less gold in these mega creeps, and he's just showing on the map the entire time. So Vega know where he is at all times, and they know that they can move around the map together. And now Butterfly is picked up on Shadow Fiend. No MKB on Matumba Man, so defending this next push might be a bit rough.
Oh, got it. He's
He
linked
just
in on
goes
this. He is
There's
really
no
going
punishment
for
for
it.
him doing this, I think. Yeah. He just blinks in and then keeps a remnant, and as long as he doesn't get bursted during the Sven stun, provided it's even able to hit him, which I doubt, he's going to be completely fine. Mag is just kind of pushing out the middle lane constantly with boars, just being really annoying. There's a remnant here for Ember, I guess he wants to show up. And there's a Necro available on Mag. I think they might just try and push in one more creep wave with the Shadow Fiend on top, and then see if the Roche is up. And if the Roche is up, they're going to try and do that, but if it isn't, they might just push anyway.
Just pushing this one back. Solo. On top of the Solo crest. 1k gold, just really building something. They're looking for Roche here, really, Vega. I guess at this point, play it safe. It's going to be up in a minute. One of the, well, kind of halfway through. What was it, like 10-minute respawn that one's going to be. So 1 minute time. Roshan will be there. Liquid, they'll be sure to contest it when it does finally come back around.
Yeah, Shadowfiend's going to TP middle now, so he's going to clear the creep with mid, and then he's going to walk around to Roche, and they're going to get ready for this. Liquid realize they need to be 5 man around this, and maybe if they get a pick off on any of these Vega heroes in their jungle, this will facilitate Roche for them, but they're smoked up as 5. Matumba Man isn't, so I think someone pinged that. They realize that Mag might not be here. Mag is just going to TP middle, and he's going to run straight down mid lane. So if they realize that Liquid go Roche, he might just pressure middle. Oh, Ember.
Oh!
Straight RP on him.
Oh! He did not run to Remnant there.
Before they go Roche though, they need to deal with the creep wave in middle, because otherwise there's a high risk that they might just lose Rax to a Beastmaster or something like that. So this mid lane is a constant concern for them.
Very unfortunate Remnant there from Ember Spirit, putting him out of the game for a minute. Yeah, especially when that minute's going to be when Roshan's up. And I, by the looks of it, Liquid are going to be able to take this, and I don't know if they'll be able to stop them without the Ember.
Without the Ember Spirit, or even with the Ember Spirit, I think Liquid are stronger in teamfights, provided they have the RP, but they don't have it right now, so they're kind of important. It's crucial that they pick off maybe Mag or something at the start of the fight, and they don't lose their Dazzle, as happened in the mid-fight. So, Dazzle's probably going to be playing a lot more careful, and they need to have the Sven near the jug at all times. Okay, no one's just going to start hitting the Roche. They pop the Necrobook for this. There's an active weave on the Shadow Fiend, so...
I guess on the plus side, there is no RP. Oh, they'll skewer no one up to the high ground. Mind Control still takes so much damage to force him down. And with the Shadow Grave onto Mind Control, he's going to look for the TP out. The Ice Blast flies through to get off the Requiem. Fada, he's able to blink himself away. The Roar there coming out from Mag, holding back Kuroki here. The Sleight of Fist as well, but the armor for the weave ticking up. Liquid are fairly strong. Are they strong enough to continue to fight? Kuroki getting himself out of this one. They'll look to chase down the Fada Quap. Fada will blink himself away, so will the Jug. They'll blink themselves out. Magnus, the only casualty there of that fight. And okay, yeah. Jarek stuck around a little bit too long, so they will find two. And that's going to be the space for them to get Roche. And this is bad for the side of Liquid. 2 heroes down. When the lanes are pushing him.
Maybe he tries to go for this? No. No way. Okay, they give the Aegis to the Ember, and Shadowfiend, yep. Shadowfiend picks up the cheese, so... They're going to need to push out this creep wave middle. He's just going to AOT that creep wave. Goodbye, creep wave. And they have Necrobook up in 30 seconds, but I don't think they're even going to wait for that. Just going to set up shop outside the base and start hitting on these racks.
Yeah, we are going to see the heroes back in time, and there is an RP available. Fortification is ready and waiting, so they may have a chance to hold before Megas.
Mixup needs to pick up his MKB. He can't afford to save buyback here.
They've got to do something. They've got to do something big. Sonic Wave comes out. Fada's trying his best at the front lines. They're keeping the racks alive for the time being. Kuroki moves in. The Stormhammer, but it's going to be Remnant away. Look at the Roar out. There's your RP. It is on to Stuber here, but they can't follow it up. The mech comes out. There's your Omni Slash Mag. He's able to just walk around the slither of health. They're still fighting. No one on the front lines with the punches onto Matumba Man. The armor's ticking up. Matumba Man trying to do his best, trying to get the crits out. They get the Stormhammer onto. The Skewer as well. Bring it 2 back. The Red Mid comes out. They'll find the kill. Pasha's in a bit of trouble. They've lost 2 already on the side of Vega. Matumba Man trying to chase this down. Blinks forward, but the Blink's out there as well from the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's going to be fine. And okay, Fada's blinked him.
That's a bit aggressive.
That was a bit aggressive indeed. They'll look for more though. There's a buyback on the Quap. They want to try and find more than just the 2. Oh, slide to the left. And he's going to be down. And the Sonic Wave from Fada does actually end up killing AA. So the buyback allows them to get a kill, and they do hold on to half the health of this final melee barracks.
Yeah, during that entire fight, the Necrobook was hitting the racks the entire time. So the racks just lost half HP, straight up. And I think they could have killed the Shadowfiend more quickly if they just bought out the MKB, but he opts to upgrade his Diffusal and still save buyback, so he's just going to try and farm up top and make sure that he can get this MKB and have buyback. Still worried about the positioning, because they've only got 1 melee racks left on not too high HP, but I don't think Vega can really kind of split push it. I think they just need to 5-man the racks if they want to get any damage, so still an opportunity for Liquid to take a fight. He buys Boots of Travel instead on the Jug, so he wants to be able to kill these creep waves and make sure that they don't end up getting swamped by creeps and then unable to defend their racks as a result.
I think Vega, as we've seen with the slow siege, it's working out at this point. But it was a good defense from Liquid. Did cost them the buyback onto the Quap, but definitely worth it to get that kind of victory in that fight. And onto Kuroki. They're moving in the RP bait. It's successful now. The Omni Slash melts through them both. There is the Aegis. They've got a second chance. Ice Blast to Kuroki. Well, he wasn't right enough there. He will be able to walk off, but he's got the Ice Blast debuff on him. The Sleight of Fist does end up bringing him down. No one now in the center of it all. Have they got the control? Skewer, no one on the cliff. He's still turning and fighting, though. Nearly getting the punches through with the Feast Grip onto Fada. He might just get the kill, and he does. That's going to be Fada down. Matumba Man trying to go for it, but there's the Ghost Scepter. They'll come out here with the Requiem. Matumba Man's getting caught out by the Sleight of Chase, but they've got the Shallow Grave, and now look for the TP out. He's going to look for the TP out. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He's going to get himself out. But they did lose 3, and this is 3 heroes without buyback. Maybe make that 4. Pasha comes in. That's Jarek's down as well. It was a nice attempt from Liquid. It was a great RP, but they had the Aegis still on the Ember. They still were able to turn, and this could be game. Only Jug left alive. No Omni Slash. He's going to need to do something spectacular, and whoa, he's got the damage to do it. But this man's gone. Oh, there's a buyback.
The Rax is going to die before he can do much about it, so...
Can they still
Some of
hold?
them have played really well this game, but I don't think there's much hope left.
I don't think they'll give in yet, though. They've got in power. They're going to have Sven back up in 10 seconds. Maybe
Working
they
on
can
the tier
try
4s now.
for a last-ditch attempt. They've got the RP back up in 15 seconds. I think there's one fight left in Liquid, and they're going to move in. But he'll get kited out. Okay, this could be it. If Matuma goes down, and he might jest, and he will. The raw to the face, he's gone. That's going to be
And
game.
no buyback on him.
Yeah, mind control to fall as well. Kuroki, the last one standing, and GG is called. The series is taken 2-1 by Vega. There were some great defenses put up by Liquid, but Vega, with that Shadow Fiend and the recovery of Pasha. We saw the Ember Spirit pretty much sitting at the 4th lowest on the net worth. End of the game, he climbs his way back up to the top, and Vega just powering through and playing the better game at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think Mag was the star player of this game. He actually just solo killed this lane, got a quick Necro Book, they managed to fight around, even though they did some weird dives top where he got picked off, it still ended up getting him a Necro Book, a Blink Dagger. He caught out the Dazzle with like solo smokes, BTing behind enemy lines with the Hawk and things like that, going all commando on Liquid, and they just weren't able to deal with it. They managed to get the 5-man going with the Shadow Fiend take tower after tower. They took the first racks when Liquid weren't quite ready to defend. They took a fight outside of Liquid's base, they took a fight inside Liquid's base. It didn't matter where they took it, they still managed to take these fights. And then eventually, there was just too many of them.
It certainly was. And, well, there we have it. Vega versus Liquid, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. 2-1 indeed to the side of Vega is the final score. It's been myself, ODPixel, and Rhyme. Rhyme, where can people follow you if they wish to hear more from yourself?
My Twitter, RhymeLaw, haha, and it's a very silly Twitter name, I know. And I've got a stream, which is just Rhyme_, and that's about it.
There we go. And you're a high-skill player, aren't you, Rhyme? What MMR are you at the moment?
I dropped more since we last talked, so I'm sitting at 6.1 currently.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to cast for you anymore, mate. That's below the threshold. But thank you for joining me, Rhyme. And that is it for mine and Rhymecast this week. I won't be casting anymore. Maybe Rhyme will get asked by someone else, but I think at least that's definitely it for myself. But thanks for joining me, Rhyme, for these games. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to join each other for some more Dota 2. But thanks, Rhyme, and I'll see you about.
Okay, see you around.
Goodbye, Rhyme. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching once more. That is going to be it for this series. I believe Alliance vs VP is up next, so I'm going to shut off the stream pretty much straight away. So don't worry. More Dota's going to be around the corner. It's not going to be doing it. I'm guessing it will be Kotl Guy. I believe he normally follows my shift up, so Kotl Guy probably around the corner. If he isn't, I apologize, and it will be someone else. Thank you very much for watching the game again, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. And it does indeed turn out that in this situation, Kuroki was left